who thinks they know what any of these terms mean? Pick one. What does it mean? Maybe you've heard them before, side of philosophy, maybe you did the reading. Excellent, Jordan. So metaphysics, right? So most of us are familiar with physics, right? The study maybe of reality or the laws of nature that govern reality. Meta means beyond, right? So metaphysics is just beyond the physics. So it's studying the nature of reality, right? What is, what exists, what things are like, but beyond what empirical data can tell us. So really, when you do like quantum physics these days, because the theories are not currently testable by modern technology, they're technically doing metaphysics with a lot of math, right? I'm sure the scientists would never say this, but but that's what they're doing, right? They're going beyond the physical evidence, the empirical evidence, and creating a model, an idea, a hypothesis, and a theory about the way things are. And so we can further break up metaphysics into two subcategories. The first one is cosmology, and that is the study of the origins of the universe or of the things that exist. Along with cosmology can sometimes be eschatology, which is the study of how things end. So if you're curious about how everything will cease to exist. And then the part in the middle, right, how things are now, is ontology. What is and what it is like. So when we categorize things like different types of species, right? That's a type of ontology, right? We're saying this is a thing, it has some particular sort of essence or criteria that makes it what it is, right? And so thus we can identify things in the world according to that, right? All of that work, that's all types of ontology. Okay, so the study of how things begin, how they exist now and go through change, and how they will exist in the future or cease to exist. So metaphysics, obviously, right, covers a lot of different things. We will be encountering lots of different metaphysics in our class and some very potentially unfamiliar metaphysical views, right? So when we start talking next week more about Eastern philosophy, what you're going to see is on the whole, right, this is a generalization because there's a lot of diversity in Eastern traditions as in the West, but on the whole, we tend to see different approaches, metaphysically speaking, from Western religious traditions versus Eastern religious and philosophical traditions. So